This video serves two purposes. One, I'm checking out my unboxing video setup. This is my first unboxing video, and I intend to do more in the future on reels and whatever I might get in the future. And secondly, I wanted to do a first impression of Akaso EK7000 against the GoPro HERO4 Black, which I also own. And I wanted to do a price difference as well to see how much it would cost for the package of Akaso EK7000 versus the GoPro HERO4 Black. Okay, first up is the camera itself, the Akaso EK7000. On Amazon, it's going for $85, and on eBay, it was $69 with free shipping. So I ordered on eBay. It's about $16 cheaper, and it was delivered the next day, and it looks okay. So I was pretty impressed on the shipping, but it's also coming from East Coast, and I live on the East Coast. Next up is the casing, the waterproof casing. This is TechCam professional casing that sells for $13. And I bought that because the casing that comes with the Akaso EK7000 is known to have issues where the case presses against the lens when the camera's inside the case, and it actually causes a blurry spot. And I've saw it on YouTube videos, so I know it's there, and I didn't want to take a chance. This is only $13, so I bought that. Okay, and the next up is the head strap, and this is Amazon Basics, $7.50. And then we have the same top chest mount that was bought for $18 on Amazon. Okay, so this is bought from eBay. On all three other accessories were bought from Amazon, and the total came out to be $107.50. In terms of GoPro itself for the HERO4 Black is going for $350 right now. The strap, if you were to go with the GoPro strap, that would be $38. The casing or the case is $60 on Amazon, and the head strap is $20 on Amazon. So the total comes out to $468 versus $107.50 that you see here. And the 32 gigabyte Samsung micro SD currently goes for $10, which is really cheap. Okay, so I'll go with go ahead and take this apart to see what's in there. This is a manual, which I usually don't read. I usually download the PDF version of it, read it on the computer, or read it on my phone, so much easier to search for keywords and things like that. It's a power adapter, cable. I probably will not end up using half this accessories, if that. Let's see, I'm looking for the second battery. I think the second battery might be inside the camera itself. And yes, it is. So there's a battery in there, and there's another extra battery. Okay. I'm looking for the side door. GoPro has a side door, and I'm assuming this one has something similar. Maybe it does not have a side door. It looks like there's no latch anyway. So that's something that's different. GoPro has a side door strap that you can put on, but this one doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to move all the accessories out of the way. And I'll probably keep it separate from the GoPro stuff, although they're probably usable because, you know, this being cheap, I don't really trust the material, and I just want to make sure that if things break, that I know that it's, you know, GoPro or came from this box. Usually you do get what you pay for it. So we get the camera. It comes with a little lens protector. And do that. Okay, looks pretty good so far. Protector there. Okay. So let's see how it looks in the case. See if I can notice whether it's going to be touching the case or not when it's in there. And actually I cannot tell whether it's touching or not. It actually doesn't look like it's touching, so I don't know, maybe they updated the casing, but it looks good. But if you do end up getting the one that touches the casing, I just want to see if it is the right fit. Okay, so this fits. This definitely looks more sturdy and feels more sturdy than this guy right here, the one that it originally came with. But they're almost identical. Okay. And this is the GoPro HERO4 black. And on here I actually put on the extra battery, because I usually do with that because the battery life isn't very good. I do notice that this is much lighter though, the key. There you go. What I have here is the GoPro LCD. Since GoPro Hero Black doesn't come with the LCD, at least the Hero 4. Okay, this definitely feels a lot heavier with the LCD. Okay, so I'm going to try to weigh it. This feels light. The Akaso EK7000 is 2.2 ounce, and the Hero 4 Black is 4.2 ounce. So now I'm going to try to take off the backing and weigh it again, and that's at 3.0. So this is still lighter by 0.8 ounces. For some people it matters, for some people it doesn't. Okay, next up, I'm going to put it in the case and try the straps. Okay, I'm actually going to put it in the original case that it came with, because this actually seems to be okay. I mean, I'll find out once I start recording, but it is not pressing against the case, as far as I know. So maybe they redesigned it. Okay, looks pretty secure. I'm going to try on the head mount. Okay, it looks like it's in there pretty good. And this is the GoPro head mount. So this is Amazon Basics versus the GoPro, the authentic. Okay, again, I just put the LCD screen on there just for a fair comparison, since you might be using the LCD function. But as you can see, there's more angle just because I have that LCD backing on there. Of course, if you're using a head mount, you're not going to use the LCD because you can't see the LCD anyway. But this is how it looks. And it's almost identical in terms of form. So, looks good so far. The next up is the chest mount. Here's the GoPro chest mount. And here's the same top chest mount. So this is actually $18 versus $38. So it costs $20 more. I mean, this is very close. Okay, so I guess the one thing that is here but not on the GoPro is the extra strap here, as you see. Okay. It's a pretty tight fit, and it's in backwards, I think, because I'd want it. Oh. This really isn't easy to put in. So this isn't really a good fit because this actually had to bend a little bit more than what I'm used to seeing. And let's get this aligned. So you get this from here to there. So that's a pretty good angle. Okay, now for the GoPro. What I'm gonna do here is actually change out the case so that it has a slimmer profile. Now that I think about it, I think it's unfair to use the extra LCD for head mount and chest strap, which you're not going to be using much anyway. Yeah, personally I have not used it that much. I rather use the battery and have the extra juice to continue recording for what I do. This way, you get similar angles on the chest mount and the head mount. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, this one has that little door, and the EK7000 doesn't. Okay. I actually use this extra piece here. It gives me a wider angle when I'm filming with my chest. But since I'm trying to make a fair comparison, I'm going to use this one piece and make it work. So first thing I noticed is it's much easier to slide in. GoPro to GoPro. Whereas when I'm using Akaso with the strap from a different company, it just didn't fit as well. I don't see any flex on that either. I don't think that's much of an issue though, functionally. Okay. There you have it. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good, in my opinion. So this is a Sony camera, FDR X3000, and I've actually preferring this over the GoPro HERO4 Black. And I was trying to decide between this camera and the Hero 5, but this has a mechanical stabilizer called Boss, and it works out really better. And then I just love the video quality of this during daylight. I think you can get the same kind of quality using GoPro, but I think you might need to do more tuning in the program. But as you can see, if you're putting on the chest, it does stick out pretty far. You know, just seeing this. But it records better videos in my opinion. As I mentioned, the EK7000 comes out to $107.50, whereas the GoPro, all combined with the same accessories, comes out to $468. And if, give or take, if you take out some of the cases that you might not need, there might be lower difference, but for what I have, that's what it came out to.